Oh my gosh, every week there is something that I don't know how to do. Hi, welcome to my singing show.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're going, babe. Every week it's the same exact time.
I was getting on the chat.
Well, anyway, here we go. Welcome to the end of season 1, Live with Lil special with very special guests. Let me introduce you. I don't know what order they are for you watching, but for me, it's Augustine in my top left-hand corner. Augustine is probably known, well, to everybody really, but you do help me with the podcast and came to me saying, would you want to, Zach, are we able? Would you want to change the YouTube into a podcast? And you are amazing. So thanks for being here, Augustine. By the way, all of these people on here, bar Zach, probably would not be here unless I drag them on because they're so, what's the word? Modest.
Yeah, 100%. Would not be.
Yes, but I would love to shout about how amazing you all are. So next on my screen is Sari Moscato. Hi, Sari.
Hi.
Whoop, whoop. We should really have crowd noise in here or something.
We need there's a button, a hype button. It's a big red button and you press it and it goes, what? On Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
We need a hype button.
We do. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what we need. Because I've just about figured out how to do the clock, which I didn't need today, which was a big thing for me. We do need a hype button. Sari, can you say what you do?
Well, for you, I video edit your YouTube videos, and I made that little sizzle that you hear every week in the podcast.
Every week and every year. Yeah. Agents of Shield.
Well, that's all you. That was you.
It's like
the echo. You were like, okay, can you put an echo on? I'm like, here you go. And you're like, this is amazing, but more echo. Like
so dramatic.
But and you were right. You were 100% right.
Oh my God, that's such a great sizzle. Your knowledge of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is encyclopedic, if that's a word. And on Instagram, everybody should follow you as Agents of Spoof. And then on YouTube, Crazy Girl Vids. You just do the most incredible video edits. And that's how I found you. And then Celia, who's hiding in the bottom corner, also, we were chatting about YouTube editors and I was saying, how about Sari? Or you said, how about Sari? Or something. And I was already aware of you, Sari. So basically, this is the nice link to Celia. Did any of that make sense? Celia has done all the artwork for Live with Lil and for Monkey Miles, Zachary Burt Abel's company, and is just amazing in general. And you've done paintings that we've commissioned of different Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast. And you're just the most talented, amazing, modest, multi-talented, we should say, person. So thank you for being on here, Celia. You can go now. I'm just kidding. I just know you want to go so bad.
Thanks so much, Celia. Thanks.
This has been a pleasure. Goodbye.
Hey, talking of which, one of her designs that you perhaps wouldn't have put together exactly like this, but it's got this on the back.
Much like the echo of the trailer, Elizabeth is just like, more leopard, more leopard, more leopard.
I think we need more leopard and haze everywhere. Yes, and for people watching this on YouTube, and on the podcast, but if you leave a comment on this video, on the YouTube video, you get a chance to win a t-shirt or some merch. So, leave some really amazing comments for us. Celia, do you remember how we know each other?
Like how we met?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Do you? Why would you? Of course I remember.
Yeah, I feel like we first met at, I want to say Cleveland?
New York.
Oh my gosh, it was New York. Were you there too, Sari?
I met you first in Cleveland.
Oh, okay. That's where my brain's
going. Are you
going.
based out of Cleveland, Sari?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right now. And home, but like kind of back and forth to LA.
Yes, tell me about it.
I've got some family in Cleveland.
Oh.
We'll chat.
We'll chat later, exactly. Yeah, so I met you. Oh, right. So I knew it was a Comic-Con, and then I feel like I saw you at a million Comic-Cons, Celia. And every time you would come with some incredible piece of art.
We're lucky that there's no restraining order, frankly, at this point. It's like
Well,
we've had a good run of it.
The other way around. I feel like Zach and I are completely obsessed with you, and just always hit you up to be like, hey, do you want to do this artwork? Maybe.
You're like, hey, I know we already gave you 10 ulcers, but how about 5 more?
We've run into you so many times in LA too, like all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember when we like randomly
That's my nightmare. That's literally like I came this close to like running into a bush once. I'm like, Jesus.
Wasn't that so weird though? That's why then we were saying she's gonna think we're stalking her because we see her all the time.
Like there was like a car accident one time that we just like walked up to the
that was Comic-Con weekend. That was the last Comic-Con you guys went to, and like it was the last day of Comic-Con. We both must have gotten back like 2 hours prior, and the car totaled, T-boned on that cross section. And then Zach comes out, it's like, this is my car crash. This is my living nightmare.
It's like, this is crazy. You're here. What's going on? This is crazy. Anyways.
Kismet. You call it kismet.
Kismet.
So the waiting room is filling up with the raffle winners that left reviews on the podcast that are going to come in, and we are going to get to as many of those questions as possible. Probably I'll let you guys go, apart from Zach, you'll have to stay because you're in the obligatory blazer. But I just would love to, maybe if we could go round and say kind of if you guys would have any advice for anybody, maybe Augustine, if somebody was thinking of starting a podcast, or I think what would be maybe amazing to hear from you too is like what advice you would have for somebody cold emailing someone out of the blue to ask something, that was kind of a cool move that you did. What advice would you give to anyone that was thinking the same?
So if you want to start a podcast, you got to find someone who's really nice and willing to take a chance on you. Your email was on your YouTube, and I was watching your videos, your lives all the time. And I was listening to them as if they were a podcast already. So I was like, this would easily transition into a podcast. And then, I just emailed you. And then I thought you were just going to ask me, like, what would a podcast look like for Live with Lil? With the hope that you would ask me to help, kind of. And then, it just went from, and then I sold it to you as something that was going to be super simple. Like, you won't have to do anything. I'll just transfer the audio into a podcast. And then it slowly became, what about some intros? What about some outros? Some fan interaction? The 30-second intro or the minute intro that we have every week. And it became like a full thing. Lots of emails back and forth, and
it was been amazing. Such a fun kind of thing to do. And
then,
go on.
Yeah, for advice to email someone, I mean, I think I got lucky that you responded, but be polite, kind of explain a little bit about yourself, not too much. And just, I don't know what else to say on that end.
I think it was just so impressive that you did that. And I feel like, being an actor, and Zach, you could probably talk to this too, and anyone maybe that's self-employed or creative, is that you kind of you just need to take a chance and then truly let it go and not take it personally. Because I could have not seen that email. There's a bazillion emails in my inbox that I have not got around to opening. So whenever you do something like that, or you happen to meet somebody, put your best foot forward, but also don't take it personally if they don't get back to you or it's a no right now. Because I mean, how many auditions do we do, Zach, that 9 out of 10 you don't get, and you just kind of have to keep going for the one that you do get.
Yeah, and I also think that, like, certainly when it's something that's involved, then a lot of times I'll just like make it unread, and it's like, I'm gonna come back to this, but this deserves more of a response. And so then I end up not responding as quickly as if it was something else. So that's another thing. But I think you just have to like shoot your shot. It's like, what do you have to lose?
Yeah. Sari, what would you say? Because you're a bit different in that you are an editor by trade and an editor by hobby, and like you're so in demand from so many different aspects of people that edit. Like you do it for yourself on YouTube and for this fandom of Agents of Shield, and now you have people like Zach coming to you. I guess my question would be, how would you advise an editor to kind of get going?
Well, my kind of editing, like right now I'm in the YouTube, like I work for YouTube clients. So I'm like, my name is the lead editor on my job description or whatever, but it's totally different from like TV editing and stuff, where you have an assistant editor and they help you out. Like I'm doing everything from like start to finish. So if you want to, well, I guess either way, whatever editing you want to get into, if you're like a teenager, if you're new to it, like just use what you have. Like I started with The Lion King when I was 14 and like just was editing and putting it up on YouTube. And that taught me how to do it. By the time I got to college, my teachers, because I was only interested in post. So my teachers were like kind of confused as to why I wasn't into the camera work, which was because I was in a video production class. And when I went to the editing class and the After Effects class, they were like, oh, this is what you're good at. They said that. So it's like, you can teach yourself so much. You don't need college. I think it helps for resumes, just for the look, but you really can teach yourself so much. You can go on lynda.com if that's still a thing, and just YouTube tutorials and just start there. And then soon you could start your own business. So and get jobs as a freelancer and go from there.
Yeah. It's so good. And again, your YouTube video is Crazy Girl Vids, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the Instagram that's Agents of Spoof. Your edits are so brilliant. And you can tell that you've been doing it since you were 14. You know, that's like just hours and hours of practice. It's impressive. It makes me cry every time I watch any Daisy video. I'm just in absolute pieces.
Oh, thank you.
So good. Celia, guess what?
Got nothing to show. I'm just here. I'm an assistant. What's up?
Well, I think that's important too, because it's you. I mean, you do blow my mind in that you have so many skills. You're an assistant right now in a big fancy place. You are a writer. I'm convinced that you're gonna write the next thing that Zach and I are gonna star in. And
Yeah, we're gonna be working for you soon.
Yeah.
You'll be
Fingers
geriatrics.
crossed.
It'll be a geriatric sitcom at that point because that's how long it'll take.
Really.
That's okay. We're ready. We'll be
Yeah.
there. What did the Queen's Gambit take 30 years? So we're
Did it
here
really?
for it. Yeah. Well, I could have made that up, but it's something like that.
Oh,
Celia, I just don't know anything about art in terms of like how you would start.
I'm not the person to ask for that.
Yeah, but you make such amazing, like the logo, all the painting that you do, all the stuff you've done for Monkey Miles, all the stuff you've done for me. You're so creative. What
Period.
would you
We
say
can
to
end it.
someone to start? Like, what do you draw around? Do you draw, like, do you paint and then put it into a laptop, or
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
it depends what it is. I just do. It's like, it's a therapeutic means for me. It's just like something to do to keep my hands busy and my mind off. So I never like, it's comical that this is happening right now because it's like the only like professional stuff I've done is when Elizabeth is like, hey, I know this is your nightmare, but like, would you try this? I'll be like, I wish you would go to literally anyone else, but I will try.
True. That's exactly what you say every time.
I was like, I'll give you 10 names of people that are better suited, but I will give it my 100% effort.
But that's also why we're obsessed with you, is because you walk towards the fire that you know is going to be uncomfortable for you, but somebody's asked you to do it.
You
And
type in the Zoom number.
yeah, you're like, no, oh, here I am. But that's amazing. And I think that's something that a lot of people just assume that things, because this will look easy to somebody else. Somebody else watching this will be like, oh yeah, sure, she's on there. It's just a click and you join the Zoom. But it doesn't mean that people are comfortable. It doesn't mean that it's an easy thing to do. And it's the same with sending an email to someone, asking them if they want to start a podcast, or sending that first edit, or uploading your first YouTube video of a Daisy edit or a character that you love. And you just kind of have to put it out there, and there's bravery in that, and that's awesome. That's what all of you have in spades, and you're all so creative, and I'm so grateful to all of you. And Zach, you're great too.
Well, the thing with Sil too is that you marry the artistic part of it with the like humorous tongue-in-cheek, like you get all of this, like the things that if we were to go to like some graphic designer, that like they just wouldn't get it. They wouldn't get it in the same way. And so like when you put that together, it's just like it's an explosion. So I think it's wonderful.
That's very nice. Thank you.
It's also a cool thing about being bound by a show or a culture, like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's a certain quality to it. There's a humor, there's kind of a sensibility that I think we have all joined on that. And that's kind of a starting off point. And it allows us to kind of speak this language of maybe what our humor is and what our taste is, and jump off from there. Like I would say that about all of you, have like such a wicked sense of humor and patience that just make you amazing to work with, and just so creative and kind of disruptors, because you might not have gone to school to know how to do a podcast, but you just kind of figure it out because you just see the hurdle and you work a way around it and just keep going. I think that's cool. Hey, before I start crying and get emotional, let's do, yeah, ew, who'd do that?
No,
for
I
a
said
living?
you, because you're
probably
Like, my God, disruptor to the next level.
Right, let's do a couple of Family Feud Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. questions. Sari alerted me to this, but she by no means has an advantage. All right, so you guys better step it up. Then I'll let you go. Right, which Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be most likely to run a successful food truck? What do you think people would have said to that?
Should we just shout it out?
A successful food truck?
Yeah.
Mac.
I was gonna say Chip.
I'm trying to remember if anyone cooked on the show, but I don't remember anyone ever making any food.
It's just a cup of noodles truck, Augustine.
Yeah.
That's all they got in that basement.
Yeah,
I was thinking Chloe would, because she lived in a van.
that's
I don't
true.
know
She
which
would
of
know
her
how to
character that would
drive
be,
it.
Daisy or Quake.
That would be
but,
Sky,
yeah.
probably. Yeah, that
Oh,
lived in the van.
I changed my answer.
Okay, what is it?
Gemma. When she made the sandwich for Fitz.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's so
true.
true. I did make a great sandwich. Sarah, you were right. The answer was Mac. Yeah, so Sarah wins the Zoom. Should we do one more? It's so fun.
Well,
Name
we've
the
only
shield.
done one.
No, I know, but
Guys, should we stop the presses? Should we do one
Stop
more?
the
Do we have
press.
time?
Listen, we got to get the people in the waiting room on.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true.
Zach's like, I'm here to hang out.
Yeah, look at me. I'm relaxed.
We should do this for a whole hour. Name the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent that would make the best stand-up comedian.
Agent Tad.
Intentionally?
Oh, Tad. Whoa, this is a surprising answer. It's a kind of a blast from the past. I don't actually agree with this answer.
Is this just what people have said the most?
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this might have been done around season 2. No, impossible, because Deke's there.
It was
Ignore
done
that.
in July, and it was on Twitter polls.
Oh,
Hunter?
wow.
Yes.
Correct.
Who
I
was
thought
it?
it would be Deke. Hunter.
Hunter. Hunter is a stand-up comedian.
But he is kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
I thought it would be the twins.
Oh yeah, could have been the Koenigs.
Koenigs, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of
Well-
them literally a stand-up comedian?
Yes, Patton Oswalt
See?
is a stand-up comedian. Yeah, you're so
No,
right.
in the show, not in real life.
He was like a
Um,
poetry reader, wasn't he?
Oh,
He was-
slam poetry, yeah.
Yeah.
Classic Shield slam poetry.
Everyone watching is disappointed in how little we know.
I think they were disappointed before this started. They're like, who are these people?
Yeah,
Who are
that's
they?
exactly what I told Lil. People are gonna come in and be like, "Why am I looking at this guy?"
This is the most,
I
and I
don't want to
can't be
hear what he
like,
has to say.
No, they're not. They're going to be
People
loving
are
it.
not-
People are loving it in
People
the
are
chat.
saying
Zach.
Hunter and Deke. Yeah, they're loving it in the chats. I forgot I'm still on chat duty.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
goodness
tell us what the
sakes.
chat says.
Did
Yeah,
we
a lot of-
renew
lot of
Zach's
Deke-
contract
Deke
for
and
season
Hunter.
2?
Yeah,
It's up in the air. I'm still talking to his agents.
Yeah, trying
His
to pick up
mom.
my option.
This is
His
evil, for goodness sake. I just need
Tons
him
of
for an
people said
hour.
Hunter. Hunter, Deke,
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Hunter and
yeah,
Deke. They were
a
the
couple
top
tads.
two. Hey, you guys, thank you for being here. Does anyone have any pearls of wisdom before you leave us? Anything
All
you're
I
dying
got.
to? That's all you got. Thank you so much for being
Yeah.
here. We love all of you and are so grateful. You inspire us, and we want to be like you when we grow up. Don't we, Zach?
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great working with the other two through Lil. So yeah.
Yes.
You're over
Create this
here on my
network,
screen.
baby.
High five.
Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for doing this for us. See you, on the emails.
Yeah.
See you there.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Oh, Augustine, shall I make you host?
Yeah, we can
I
try
hope
it.
this doesn't make us go offline. Should we try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
I'm nervous.
Boy, one of these days I'm gonna get this lighting.
Oh, I'm there. Okay,
Are
so
we still
I'm
going?
gonna stop my video. Do you want me to let someone in?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's start letting people in. We're going to try and get through as many as possible because there's quite a few people in there.
How many do you want right now?
Well, let's just do one at a time,
One,
right?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is us doing a Q&A with the raffle winners of people that, oh my gosh, it's Ming, left reviews for
in
the
here.
Live with Lil podcast. Oh, we should also say that we're going on a bit of a break and after this week, and we'll be
When are we
back on the
coming back?
28th of March.
Oh my gosh, okay.
It's like, I love how you know.
Here, I'll let in 2 more while we.
Yes. Oh, do you know what we could do is lock the waiting room, right?
No, because that's only an issue when it's a bunch of people because it's limited right now. It's not a problem.
Oh, okay. Hi.
I'll stop talking now.
Thank you, Augustine.
Oh my
Hi,
God,
Emily.
What's up, Emily?
Guys, hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for everything
I'll
you
let-
do
I'll let
for
in-
all of us.
Oh, of course. Do you have a question, Emily?
Yes, I do. Okay. First things first, oh my gosh. I don't want to take up too much time. But
worry.
You mentioned earlier that people like you have been contacting you, like Augustine and stuff have been contacting you about podcasts and stuff. And so I just wanted to say that I've been writing season 8 fan fiction, and it's really canon. And oh my god, okay, I feel like maybe I shouldn't be saying this on here, but anyway, I just want to say that I wanted to ask, is it possible for there to be like companion books written of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. the way that they do, like Black Widow has companion books, Spider-Man has companion books, they're like tie-ins to the show. So I was just wondering if that's a possibility.
I guess so. I don't see why not. I don't know if you would
feel
need
like-
the show to publish alongside, right? Could you just publish those?
I don't really know. I have no
I
idea. I feel like, did you ask that question in one of the, like when Jeff Bell was on, or Jeff Loeb, maybe?
I've asked in like the chat and on the Reddit once or twice, but
I
it's
just don't
never,
think that
like,
I asked it for you. I saw it and then I didn't get a chance to asking it, and he would have been the perfect person to ask. But that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jeff Loeb is now on Instagram.
Is he really?
And I don't think it's a private account. So you could maybe ask him. I feel like he would really know, as our EP and ex-head of Marvel Television. He might be able to point you in the right direction.
Thank you so much.
Yes, nice to see you, Emily. Thank you for leaving such a lovely review.
Thank you. And if you don't mind, can I ask another really quick question?
Go for it.
Okay. Okay. Was it ever a possibility to get Luke to return as Lincoln? Because it was shown very many times. Like, I'm aware of the season 7 ending. I know how it ended, but I also know in season 3, he and Daisy were very much like Peggy and Cap from the first Avenger. And Cap returned to Peggy in season 7 via time travel. They created alternate timelines. I'm just wondering, was it ever a possibility for Luke to return, or was it because he was like filming other shows or something?
I think it was probably more the latter. And when they came to do season 7, they just kind of went through all their favorite people and, saw who they could get. Luke, I mean, Luke's one of our great friends, and he is one of the busiest actors we know. So I think probably him not appearing was mostly to do with the fact that he
was on Blind Spot at the time.
Was so busy. Yeah. And also, they were kind of going for the Sousa angle at that point too.
I do know.
I don't know if they need to, complicate that. But great question. Thank you,
question.
Emily.
Thank you.
Buzz Kids, what's up?
Hi.
Hi, how
What's
are
up?
you?
I'm okay, so
Good. Do you have a question?
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, don't worry. Do you have a question?
Kind of. It's not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. related, but I'm from Singapore, and I just know that you and Zach has been to Singapore. I just want to know like your experiences, your thoughts about it, etc.
Yes, we loved it. Zach, you could probably talk more than me about it because you're Mr. Travel Man.
I've been 3 times now, I think. I loved it. Like, I could live in Singapore in a heartbeat. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing, Zach?
The food. I mean, the food's just incredible. I mean, plus, the city is unbelievably clean. People are super, super nice. But it's just such a cosmopolitan, and you can, go to the hawker stations as well as like if it's super fancy food. Like, there's just, it's such an amazing culture meld. I had I know 100% we'll be back at some point. It's just like a matter of the world opening up, but it's a wonderful place. I'd recommend it to anyone. Do.
Also, a few of my friends want to say hi, so it's my friend.
Hi to all your friends.
Yeah, hi.
No, one of my friends is called Chloe, so.
Hi, Chloe.
Hello, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe from Singapore.
No, she's not from Singapore. She's.
Oh.
It's just it's online friends. So.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, cool.
See,
I don't really know anyone from Singapore who watches Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's kind of.
Oh well, be our boots on the ground. You gotta rally the support in Singapore. Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your gorgeous review.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Silwing, is that how I say your name?
Yes.
Hi.
Yes, that's perfect.
Lovely to meet you. Hello.
I like your t-shirt.
Oh, thank you. I actually also have this necklace.
Oh my gosh, and the necklace.
Oh, so cool.
All
I
kitted
really love this
out.
one.
That's so awesome. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I actually have a couple. I just need to decide which one to ask. So a couple of lives ago, I think you talked a bit about improvising and whether you can improvise, and you told the story about wanting to change math into maths because it's more British.
Yeah.
But, well, that one didn't stick. Did you ever improvise something else that you were allowed to actually get in, or do you remember if anybody else were?
Yeah, I think the way I would get away with it is I'd say we wouldn't really say that in England, and most of the time I would get away with it. But I think for some reason maths and it being the finale, it was just not really done. But a lot of the times I'd rephrase stuff, and I did get most of it. Jeff managed to improvise a lot just because he would never really say the right line, so they just have to go with it.
And didn't Ian improvise quite a bit too?
Ian improvised the
end of
that
scenes.
science biatch. He did that one,
And
which
that
then
is
I had
so
to
good.
repeat in an episode. Yeah. And then in the one where Raina gets taken away, I think Simmons says there's no flower dresses where she's going, and he goes, "Amen, sister," something. He was good at putting like little buttons on scenes. So we had a little bit of flexibility, but yeah, we had to do at least one take as written, and then they could just get to decide, unless you're Jeff Ward and you don't do that.
I can imagine that. He seems really funny.
He is fun, yes. Right, Zach, I feel like that's the way on most shows. Was it like that on Make It or Break It?
There's very little, at least I didn't improvise when I was on that show, but it's typically like stick to the lines. But also it's like you guys did 7 seasons, so I think at some point like you're able to, you know, they know your personality and the character's personality, so it's like you're in the in your character's shoes so much. That's like, but I love when you can hear little improvisations. Like I think it just brings a lot of flavor.
Yeah, you're so good at improvisations.
I'm a
too,
fan
Zach.
of it.
You want to do a quick trivia question, see a Shield feud question, see what you think the answer might be, Silwing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. If all the Shield agents held a barbecue, which agent would work the grill? Who did most people say?
I would say Mac.
Zach?
Mac.
Yes, most people said Mac, then Coulson, then Hunter, then Fitz. Oh, I can't imagine Fitz working the grill. Anyway, who did we just have that swung by and then left again?
It was Russell.
Can Russell come back? Russell, where are you? How do I?
Yeah, Russell was just there.
I'm not host anymore, so I can't do that. Let's do.
I'm letting people in. Russell and Biblio Feline. I just let in.
Amazing.
So
okay.
So if you guys have questions, just unmute and start your camera, start your video.
The chat agreed with you, Silwing. Mac, 100%.
Yes.
We nailed that one.
Thank you, Silwing.
Thank you. It was so nice being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Russell, you made it.
I am. I was like on and then like flipped me off.
I know.
So I don't know
I'm sorry. Hey, were you meant to be helping out with COVID today? And then, well, no.
I was supposed to, then weather pushed through. So it's like next week now.
I'm so glad that you can be here.
I am too. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for leaving your review. And hello to, Bibliofeline Rules. It's so nice to like put faces to these lovely usernames and reviews. Russell, hit us with a question. You got one?
I do. So I don't know if it's like a good question, but like, do you think you inherited like any traits like from Simmons when you were playing her? Or like what those might be?
That's a great question. Zach, you kind of might be good at answering that, having known us both for a similar length of time. You've known me only 1 year longer than you've known Simmons.
That's true. That's kind of crazy. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Brilliant. Did you watch the show, Zach? I'm gonna say, what did you think? I would say traits that I wanted to get from her were she never really apologized, ever. She never kind of questioned her intelligence. She was quite kind of feisty in a way that I think I would be a bit more shy. And I do think I took that with me. I think if you're playing a person that is confident all day and like in her skills, like she definitely had skills that she wasn't as confident in, like stunts and fight training, thank God. But when you're playing somebody that's intelligent and knows it and is proud of it, it does kind of, it's nice. It's a really, I've played characters that aren't that way, and it's very frustrating and can just feel a little bit annoying. So yeah, I think she probably had a lot to do with me feeling like I could direct. Maybe it was just an inflated ego from pretending to have 2 doctorates that made me go, oh my God, I could direct. I'm a doctor already.
I did know that I was in trouble at home if the Simmons voice came out, because it's the very RP, more Southern English. Like if you went there, I was like, oh no, what have I done?
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
Russell, you want to answer a trivia question? How do you feel?
Sure, I'll try. Yeah.
Okay. Who would you say? Name a social event for which you'd like to use Agent Coulson's car Lola. This is kind of a hard one. What do you think most people would have said to that? Name a social event for which you'd like to use Agent Coulson's car Lola.
I would say like a wedding, or maybe like a
Name a social event for which you'd. I would have said a wedding. Yeah, Zach, what are you going for? I haven't looked at the answer yet.
I was thinking like a date night or something, but that's
wedding.
Wedding, I guess, is like a date night on steroids, pretty much.
Okay, prom is kind of date. That was the top answer. Then came wedding, and then a drive-in. So everyone's a winner. Yeah. Good, right? Anyway, hey, thank you, Russell. I'm so glad you popped by, and thank you for your review.
No, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Bye. Hello, Hazmat.
Hi.
Hi, I love your trousers.
So nice to see you. Thank you. And I've even got print socks.
Oh my gosh, the dream. Thank you for your review.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. This is so exciting.
Where are you right now?
So right now I'm actually in Nottingham. I live in London, but I'm here visiting family legally under COVID rules. But
yes.
right now.
Yay! Oh, you're up north. That makes me feel happy. Do you have a question?
I do. I've got 2, and I think they're quite quick.
Go for it.
So the first one was, are any of your family members Marvel fans, and how did they react when you said you were going to be part of the Marvel family?
I wouldn't. My parents have never seen a Marvel movie. I mean, they try their best, but they watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or they have at least a couple of episodes. So they're fans, I would say, but not from before. Probably one of my brother-in-laws probably watched them. My sister would watch the X-Men movie. She's really liked those, but they were very excited. They were very excited when I booked the pilot. And then when it went to series, I think more because it was a job and it seemed like maybe this was not as crazy a thing as they maybe felt like it could be. But now, are they Marvel fans now? I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess so. Do you think, Zach?
I think that they're Marvel fans, but they're bigger fans of you, and so that was like their conduit into the Marvel.
I think it's
into
relief
the MCU.
more than anything. Yeah.
I love how diplomatic you're being about that.
Yeah, I feel like your parents are probably bigger Marvel fans, Zach.
Well, I mean, like that was a huge pastime for, I grew up going to movies. Like if it was a rainy day on vacation, like we would just watch 3 or 4 movies in a row at a movie theater. Like I love it all. So when the audition came through, I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And then when you got it, it was like, oh my. So yeah, she at least had someone who was ecstatic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What was your other question?
So when Kobe was on, she said how she got her own training guy, to try and get her up to speed. And Ming said that she did 80% of her own stunts. So how much of that kind of action work is up to the actor to just sort out themselves? And how much does the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Marvel provide for them? Like, is there a kind of boot camp that you all go on to learn how to hold guns? How does that work?
Yeah, so for us, before we started the pilot, before we started filming, we had like an MI5 guy, like a Navy SEALs guy that came and taught us how the basics of how to kind of scope out a room and how to hold a gun and how you would move and how you would move in a group. And then it becomes really just per fight that you would have the training for. So I think as an actor, the more you can practice, the quicker you pick up stuff. So the less time you need to spend on the actual routine. And so I think it's one of those things that you automatically want to get better at it. So I think if Ming or Kobe hadn't taken it upon themselves to do it, it would have been provided. It's just you want to be as good as you can. And like Kobe was saying, it kind of, she all of a sudden just had to like learn all this routine and do it really quickly. And I think they just sort of assume the actor will do as much as they can and then the stunt person will do the rest. So if you're an actor and you want to, you know, try to do more, then yeah, I think doing your own training, because they would probably just say, oh, don't worry, the stunt person will do it. So it's probably a bit of both, but yeah, that was interesting to me too, because I just assumed that she would have been in boot camp for that movie for months.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you for your questions and for your review and for your trousers.
I'm also wearing a Shield hoodie. I don't think you can see it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Big Shield logo on the back and then
oh my god. Oh my gosh, you are kitted out. Amazing. I love it.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. Hi, Bibliofeline Rules.
Biblio.
Love your cat. Who's that?
Name is Maggie.
Maggie?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's what our dog's called.
Yeah, that's our dog's name.
Do you have a question?
I do not, sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Well, thank you for leaving your review. Would you like to do a Family Feud Shield question? See which.
Sure.
Okay. So Zach, you do this too. I'll do it too. Name the Shield agent most likely to be cranky without a nap. Oh, I've got my answer. Has to be Fitz.
I'd say May.
Oh, you said May.
I was
Good
gonna
one.
say May.
Also, Ming in real life takes naps. At any minute that we're off, she's napping. They would have a bed for her, a camp bed. That we'd all have chairs and Ming would have a bed. Yeah.
Stop. You're so full of it. They did not.
Yes.
They did not.
Yes. If I wasn't busy right now, I would go through my maybe I could do it quickly.
I've never heard this before, that she had a bed.
Zach, that is not true. She
100%
you
true.
haven't heard that. Okay, I'm gonna search my phone for her face. You know how you can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see if I can quickly
Is that true? Is that actually true? You're not just.
I'm not sure she would be in the pictures because it would be her bed.
Just the picture of the bed, I would.
Yes. Text anyone in Shield right now.
Boy, I didn't even know that was like a thing you could ask for. That's amazing.
I know. Ming she probably brought it herself. Oh, I can't see any pictures of it. That's annoying. Can you search bed in your, you can do that in photos. You can search a word now. Bed.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Yep.
Everyone's guessing May and Fitz in the chat.
Oh, how have I not got a picture of this? This is sad. I'm going to keep. Oh, maybe it's been up on somebody's Instagram. Can you keep an eye on the chat, Zach, to see if somebody from Shield must have Instagrammed Ming's camp bed on set?
Just
anyway,
people are laughing that Ming has a whole bed instead of a chair.
Yeah, but it's a camp bed, so it's like a canvas kind of thing. It's not like they wheel in a,
Yeah, Tessa said that she brought in a cot when she hurt her knee. So maybe that's when it started, when she hurt her knee.
Oh, okay, could have done. But she just napped. That's the whole thing, is she just will nap. The answer was Fitz.
Fitz,
Yeah, Daisy was second.
Biblio, we were on the same page though.
Yeah, good answer. Thank you, Biblio. Thank you for your review.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Oh my gosh, look at this group. What, like a girl group. You can be in it too, Zach.
I'm in it.
Yes. You're dressed for it.
I am. Someone else wanted to come to the party too. She was pawing at me.
She was like, "There's another Maggie."
Yeah,
Let me up there.
Yeah, she overheard.
Megan, I love how you say your name.
Hello. Yeah, I made my Instagram account when I was like 15, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to stick in like 3 G's and 2 A's in my name. Yeah, I haven't really thought to change it. So
well, that's like I'm that with email address. Remember when all our email addresses were like party girl bubblegum at hotmail.co.uk. Seemed like such a great idea at the time. Yeah,
mine's was super embarrassing. Mine's was like Megs010. Don't even ask, but yeah.
It's better than mine for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just take my word for it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your review.
That's all right.
So
yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. Do you have a question?
I do. Before I ask my question, I've got to say I was listening to your latest podcast and it really tickled me when you spoke about the potato on pizza. And as soon as you said it, I knew exactly where it was from because I used to live in London before COVID happened. And obviously I've had Franco Manca before. I've never had potato on a pizza, but I just thought I would say it really made me howl. Like as soon as you said that, I was like, it's got to be Franco Manca pizza. And then you said that, I was like, there we go.
Yes. I know. It is a game changer. You loved it,
I need to
right,
try
Zach?
it.
We first had that. We had it when we were in London. What was it, like 2019? Must have been 2019 when we were there in the fall.
But this is why I told you I'd ordered that pizza. And
it's
I've
delicious.
been telling everybody about it.
It was delicious.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, out of this world. Where did you move to?
So I kind of moved around a bit because I went to train at drama school. I first lived in Angel, Islington area.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Willesden Green. Yeah. And then the last place I lived was Collier's Wood, which is near Wimbledon, so like the south.
Yeah.
So yeah, moved around a bit.
Which drama school did you go to?
So I went to the American Musical Theatre Academy of London. So it's shortened to AMTA.
Can we be friends? I love people that can sing.
Oh, stop. Yeah, so they've rebranded and they've got a different name now. They're called the ICMT, but I had a great 2 years there. I miss London a lot, but great to be back at home and while all this is happening. So
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
London is still, I mean, the whole of the UK is shut down, isn't it? So you're not missing much by not being in London, but it will be exciting when you can get back and get
absolutely
back on stage and everything.
Hopefully. Yes. We'll see.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you have a question?
I do. I kind of have two that kind of go into one. It's not Shield related, it's industry related. So you obviously mentioned about training at East 15.
Yeah.
And you said that, you know, you would love to do theatre work at some point. I was wondering if there was like a play or a particular character that you would love to do in the future. And then also, is there somebody in the industry, like an actor, director, producer, etc., that you want to work with in the future, but you obviously haven't had the chance to do so yet?
Oh, that's such a good, I feel like Zach, you can answer this question too.
That's a great question.
I'd love to do Shakespeare on stage again. That would be amazing. But I would also love to do, honestly, the thought of doing theatre absolutely like terrifies me. So
same here. Terrified. Yeah.
I think you have to be you have to just, I think
it's the live aspect of it, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a different skill. Like we'd have to go, I feel like I'd have to do voice training and really get my body ready to be able to do that. And the kind of, it's just such a different discipline actor wise than film and TV. But I'm sure that once we did it, Zach, we'd kind of get the bug again because I did love it.
Get addicted, yeah.
Yeah, but there's something also about new writing, like you know, stuff that gets put on at the Bush Theatre in Shepherd's Bush or the Royal Court that just, you know, like especially northern playwrights being from Sheffield, I feel like there's a grittiness to it. So I feel like I'm kind of extremes. I either want to go Shakespeare or I want to go 19-year-old playwright out of Sheffield that's written a one-woman show that we'd put on at the Bush Theatre or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love a bit of
Non-specific.
Shakespeare, but it actually like frightens me. I'm like, you have to really get your head around Shakespeare.
Oh, yeah.
We did some of it at college, but I don't know. I would really need to work at it.
Well, that's
So,
it. Yeah. Well, let's all
Yeah.
put it on together.
Yeah,
Zoom Shakespeare
absolutely.
next week.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your question. Best of luck. I feel for everybody in the theatre industry right now and connected in any way or to events and stuff. Just praying that everything gets back to normal soon. I feel good about it.
Yeah, me too, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I'm in Scotland, so the rules are slightly different to this whole coming out of lockdown thing. So just got to wait and be patient. But we're resilient, aren't we? So it'll be fine.
Exactly. And we need the arts more than ever. I feel like everybody's going to need some healing and light relief and just some escapism after all this. So I feel like it'll be in demand.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Grace.
Hello, Grace.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Sorry.
No worries. Do you have a question, Grace?
Yeah. I just wanted to say, first of all, people in the chat are telling me to tell you about my cat.
Oh my gosh.
Her name's Gemma, obviously.
Obviously. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Hi, Gemma.
Yeah. But my question was if you have any tips for people who are anxious about going into the acting kind of
world.
Yeah.
Zach, do you have any tips? I feel like you'd be a good one to answer this.
I think you just can't take it personally. I think most times, well, one, I think that most oftentimes when you're auditioning, you're not actually auditioning for that role. You're auditioning for something that they're going to put on, and they're getting a feel for you and how, like, for all the stuff that you can't control, they're kind of understanding how you may fit into that puzzle. So I think, and Lil would probably disagree with me on this, but it's like, never ask for feedback. Oftentimes, like if there's some, like, you'll get feedback, but oftentimes when you ask for feedback, they're just going to come up with some reason when it has nothing to do, at least this is my opinion, it has nothing to do, like, you've gone and just slayed, you've done an amazing job, and it's like, but you didn't get it. And I think the majority of the time it just has nothing to do with your talent. It has nothing to do with what you've done in the room. It just has to do with the fact that, like, you know, they're looking for a blonde. Well, what can you do about that? You know what I mean? It's like, that's just, it's out of your control. But I think you just go for it. Like, I think if that's a passion in your heart, and it's like, I think you kind of have to answer that call, or at least if you think like entertainment is your purpose, you're just going to be led through the doors that open, and you're going to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do, and just don't be afraid of the failure, and don't take it personally, and just like keep busting down doors. That would be my advice.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. I think it's make sure there's nothing else that you want to do instead of a career, if that's what you're gunning for, because it's definitely not easy. And if it can stay as a hobby and you can really enjoy it as that, then it's such an amazing hobby to have. It creates such community. If you move to a new area, you can join the local amateur dramatics, and, you know, it's such a good bonding exercise. But if you are set on it being a career, then for sure, don't take any audition personally. I enjoy getting feedback if it's helpful, but yes, a lot of the time it just alerts people to the fact that you did not book the job. But that was a great answer, Zach. I'm writing it down as maybe a clip from this. Imagine.
Oh. Well, I also think, Grace, is that you have to go into it. Like, if you can not pursue acting and live without regret of not trying to give it a shot, then maybe that's not what you should be doing. But if in the back of your head you just think, I wish that I would have done this,
Yeah.
Like that's a big sign to me. That's like, you live, as far as we know, one life. So it's like, why not give it a go? I'm all for just swinging for the fences.
Totally. And I trained with a lot of people that were in their, so I was 22 when I went to drama school, and in my class were a lot of people in their a couple of people in their 40s and 50s, and they just said they wanted to do it at 18, and family pressures or whatever, they didn't, and they've always wanted to go back and train and did it. And that was such a good wake-up call for me to go, number one, it's never too old. Acting is always going to be there. There's always going to be parts no matter what age you are. But number two, it's like, if you feel it and you've got that burning desire, then you might as well go for it now, because it's not going, that desire is not going anywhere. And it can lead to a ton of other different careers that
you may figure out that you don't
now.
You may just figure out that like that's not what you want to do, and that is the lesson that you learn. But I don't know, Jim Carrey has a story about like his dad, and he talks about his dad being the funniest person that he ever knew, and ends up running into a lot of failure. And he says, you can fail at the things that you don't want to do with your life, so you might as well fail at the things that you do want to do, or at least risk that failure. And I think that's a really good thing to aspire to. So just go for it.
Just go for it. Thank you for your question, and thank you for your review.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Harriet.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. Where are you right now? You sound British.
Yeah, I am. I was born in Bristol for half my life and then moved to Somerset, so that's where I am right now.
Oh, amazing.
Very cool.
I've had some good nights out in Bristol. Bristol's amazing.
Yeah, well, I was only there till I was like 7 or something, so.
Oh, okay. You've got that to experience still.
Yeah, you just went to the zoo all the
time. Do you have a question?
I do actually, but first I just want to ask, are you watching WandaVision?
We've made the pact we're not going to watch it until we're together, and we're not physically together right now, so we are waiting. So don't spoil. I mean, it has. I have heard quite a lot of stuff about it that I'm trying to just shut my ears off to. Are you watching it? Do you
really
enjoy it? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're excited. We need a new show to binge, so that's going to be perfect.
Yeah, it'll be perfect.
I also wanted to ask, it's quite a big spoiler, so for everyone that's watching, if you haven't seen all of it, then you might want to just turn the volume off or something. So
gosh, great, you are a professional.
Pro.
I've kind of been like just thinking about this for ages. Just try not to freak out right now.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, well, in your opinion, whose death or goodbye do you think was the saddest out of all 7 seasons?
Who's goodbye?
Yeah, death or goodbye.
Oh, death or goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, personally for me, it was when Fitz died.
Yeah.
But, spoiler alert, it was okay in the end. And then I mean, when Triplet died, that was heartbreaking.
It was
when
Lincoln
Luke
for me.
when that
Lincoln
was
went,
hard.
that was tough.
There's just so many.
What about you?
Oh, I just think Fitz was really sad because it was like one of the longest scenes that just went on, one of the longest death scenes, and it was just so sad.
I know. That's what got the crew crying on that day. So many people came up to me after that day going, oh my gosh. Yeah, so it was okay. I think maybe if you ace your death scene that well, they go, we're going to have to bring him back. Simon Cassianides with Bakshi. That was awful because we were good friends at that point. We'll have to get him on next season.
Yeah.
It's just when you're a baddie, it's less, even though you really like the actor, it's just when a goodie goes, that's when it really it breaks my heart.
Yeah, like when Lincoln went, that was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily he went on to big things.
Yeah. So this is unfortunately another spoiler as well. So do you I just was really curious. So do you know what happened to Flint in season 6 after the monolith brought him back, because then Izel broke his legs, and then they brought him to Quinjet or something, but then we didn't see him ever again.
Yeah, so I think the deal there was that him and Piper were maybe going to go start some Brave New World together.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the deal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and we had to film a scene twice because we filmed it once when he came into the Quinjet, and I think Fitz was in there, and we filmed it, and they had like a hey buddy, hey, and like met each other, you know, like hugged again, like they knew each other. And then we realized, no, in this timeline they wouldn't have met, so it was like a half an hour of everybody going, wait, what timeline are we in? Would they know? Would this Fitz know this Flint? And we figured out that it was a no, so then we had to film the scene again with them not knowing each other. We were so scrambled by the timelines and stuff. Yeah, so I think that was the deal. But I mean, I'm ready for Flint spinoff.
You know, I was just looking at the chat, and there people are talking about the desk, and I completely forgot, and it
You mean your
tore
job?
My job. It tore me up. Enoch.
Oh my
Enoch's
God.
death. Oh,
Yeah,
ripped
like
me.
that happened twice, I think. He just went. They had to say goodbye to him twice. It was just so sad.
It's true, for a robot too.
And you directed
Amazing.
it.
I did.
Beautifully directed.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Had to do very little. He was so good. Joel is an amazing actor. So great. Thank you for your questions and for your review, Harriet.
Yes, thank you, Harriet.
Hi, Izzy.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up, Izzy?
Thank you for waiting so patiently. How are you?
Nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. It's only us.
I know, I just can't believe I'm talking to you guys.
Do you want to do a Shield Family Feud to calm the nerves?
Okay.
You have to answer this too, okay? Harriet, you can answer this too if you'd like.
Oh, okay, thank you.
At a fast food restaurant, what Shield agent could eat the most burgers in one sitting?
I mean, don't we think it's Mac?
Yeah, but I also think May probably could because she's so competitive.
That's true.
Yeah, but also Deke, I feel like would just...
Deke could be a surprise.
Like he's not used to eating, right? He ate those pellets, so I don't know. I'm gonna go. I feel like everyone's gonna say Mac because he's so tall and could probably.
And his arms are the size of trees.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Mac.
I'm gonna say Deke just because he hasn't tried anything before, so he just got so excited in that pub scene and everything.
That's true. That's a good one.
Yeah, I would go with Deke. Yeah.
Zach?
I feel like Deke could be someone that would be at one of those like world eating championships. You know, it'd be
Oh
like,
my gosh! Guess what?
Like secret talent.
Deke and Mac are tied.
Oh.
Yeah, and Hunter randomly.
Hunter, interesting.
Yeah, so there you go. Fitz was next, then Bobby, then Daisy.
Wow, I would have thought May would have been up there. You know, like
me too.
She's a calorie burning machine.
Yeah, she is. She'd probably just pulverize them and eat them.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd never know how many were in there.
Yeah, how many?
Izzy, do you got a question?
Yeah, I have a question. It's Shield specific. I'm not very good at coming up with questions, but if you could swap characters with another cast member, so they play Simmons and you play their character, it could be like a gender swap kind of thing or anything. Who would you swap with?
That's such a good question, because I've been asked that as to which one I would want to play, but not who I'd want to play me and who I'd want to play. Oh my gosh, that's such a great question. It'd have to be somebody that I would trust. It could be Agent Tad.
No, I was going to say May. I'd want to be May.
Yeah, but so she would have to be Agent Tad. So you got to pick somebody that you trust with your character. I trust Ming, I suppose.
Quake would be an awesome character to play. I mean, I just want to do the hand thing.
I trust Chloe too. Yeah, that's right. Maybe Quake. That's a good one. Yeah, Quake. And I think that she would be, I mean, we have cosplayed as each other before, so that would work.
Hi. Sorry to interrupt, but I have to go. So it was really nice to be here. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you,
no
Buzz
problem.
Kids.
Have a good one.
Bye. Have a good day or night.
Thank you. Thank you for your question, Izzy. That was such a great one. And thank you for your review.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, Katie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
What's
good.
up,
How
Katie?
are you?
So I was wondering, I know you've said you like to name things, and I was wondering what some of your favorite things you named on set were.
Oh, that's a great
Oh
question.
my gosh, such a great question. Oh my gosh, what did we name on set?
What did you name on set? What was your trailer called? Did you give it a name?
Give it
Maddie.
a name. My car was called Kevin.
That was
and
your first
then
car, Kevin the Kia.
That was Kevin the Kia.
Yeah.
And technically he was on set. I mean,
That's
we all
true.
had dogs and we named them. Chloe and I used to call people beautiful butterflies if, I don't know what the reasoning was, but it was more like, I'm quite sure where that came from, but we used to go beautiful butterflies on Bill the cameraman's shoulder. I don't know. I think just as like a morning greeting, maybe as a sprinkling of affection. I'm not sure.
What was the little thing that you used to hang from your rear view mirror?
Gladys. Yeah, I
was it
used to have a
Gladys?
little doll called,
No, it was something else.
it's not-
Remember, it
no,
was
it
lost in
wasn't.
Palm Springs.
Yeah, we lost it. Wasn't it San Francisco we lost it?
I don't know.
Anyway, yes, I had a little doll. Gosh, what was her name? It doesn't mean anything to anyone else, but it wasn't Gladys.
We'll just carry on.
I used to name my microwave. The way that I would do stuff is if I had something that was kind of a bit rubbish or a bit kind of cheap and scrappy, I would name it and then I would love it. So it was just a way when I had no money to really feel like the stuff I was surrounded by I loved because I
Had
named it,
personality.
it's like naming an animal means you can never kill, like if you name a farm animal, it means you can never kill it. It was sort of like that. Like if I'd name my yellow handbag that cost me £10 and I couldn't afford to get an expensive one, I would name it Clyde, and that would mean I would love that handbag.
Was that Clyde? Was Clyde the handbag? Clyde was something. Was it the handbag?
It was my yellow handbag, I think.
Was that Clyde?
Mm.
Clearly, there's a lot of characters in our life.
Especially now with lockdown. Gosh, you've got to name everything. Who
Everything.
else do I talk to?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you name stuff?
I named my car or cars like that. My car's name is Maggie, but
Is it?
Oh my gosh,
Did you hear that?
many Maggies.
Did you hear that, Maggie?
Oh, she's really starring in the episode too. You want to do a quick Family Feud Shield question?
Sure.
Okay. If you could have dinner, so the question was, if you could have dinner with any Shield agent, who would you choose? Who do you think that most people would choose?
I would probably say most people would say Coulson.
Coulson, yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I was going with Daisy, but Coulson's good. I should back
Daisy.
myself and say Simmons, but I would say Daisy. Coulson is a really good one. Okay.
I just think if you had dinner with Fitz or Simmons, it's like, what am I going to talk about, really? Like, they're so
That's
smart.
such a good point. That is
like
such a good
I couldn't
point.
carry on a conversation about a single thing.
Yeah,
It's too technical.
Me neither. Well, the answer that most people gave was Daisy. Then it went Fitz. Then it went Gemma. Then Coulson.
Wow.
I know. Maybe people are scared of Coulson.
I think Deke would be fun to have dinner with.
Didn't even make the list.
Didn't even make the list.
Yeah, poor Jeff. Oh. He is good to eat dinner with, but he'll talk so much that they'll remove his plate of food before he eats it.
Yeah, then it's like, hold on. Eat it really quickly before we leave.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff. Thank you so much for your question, Katie,
yes,
and thank you for your review. What a ray of sunshine. Zach, you want to do another trivia question?
Yeah, let's do it. I think this could be a disaster because I'm terrible at this, but let's do it.
Oh, you might be terrible at this one. You want me to choose an easier one?
It doesn't matter. Just low expectations.
Okay. If you could have dinner with any Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. villain, who would you choose?
Bakshi.
Well
Done.
done. Ward, Ada. Then it came Raina, then Jiaying, then the Doctor, Garrett, Radcliffe, Ruby. Gosh, we've had a lot of villains.
A lot of villains.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bakshi
Hive could be
maybe.
interesting to have dinner with. You know?
Oh, yeah, imagine.
Yeah. I feel like
All over your food.
eat a lot.
Eat a lot.
Couldn't
messy
afford that
eater.
dinner, you know?
No. Yeah, messy. Name the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent most likely to be skilled at juggling.
Fitz.
I'm going to say May.
Anybody else?
Hunter. Gosh, Hunter is getting
Hunter's
so
really
much
sliding in
airplay.
there.
I reckon
Yeah.
that's Nick Blood must have been on
He's
Twitter
just
that
all
day.
there.
Yeah, when Hunter, actually, May and Hunter tied, and then Coulson. Gosh, I did not make the list.
Wow.
I can't juggle. IRL.
That doesn't, I don't see Simmons as a juggler.
No, absolutely not. I could never catch anything. What's the chat saying?
As a juggler,
No,
it's still on. It's
just
still
as
on,
general.
they're still on the villain. Hive. Paxton. I mean, great villain.
Oh, great villain. Any questions in the chat? Any burning questions?
It says one
Augustine, have you stopped letting
Hazmat.
people in?
Hazmat said, Agent Hazmat.
Yeah, I did. Did you want some more?
Yeah, let's do a couple
let's
more.
bring 'em
How many more people are in there that we haven't got to?
Quite a few. It would take a while.
Let's see if we can do a rapid fire, and then at the end we'll invite everybody in. Sorry if we don't get to you. Let's see if we can make this rapid.
Rapid.
Got it.
Oh. Feline, did you have a question now, or did we let you in by accident?
Oh, no, I've been in. My video has just been off.
Where?
Oh, okay. Hey. Hi, Sierra.
Hello, Sierra.
Hi, Louise. Right,
Hi.
hit us with some rapid questions. Do you guys have questions? Louise, you want to go first?
Yeah. Is it easier playing a character you know nothing about or a character you have background details on? Like, for example, Nick Fury has comic books on him, whereas Simmons didn't beforehand. Was it harder or did you prefer it as it gave you space to experiment?
Oh my gosh, what a great question.
Great question.
I think it's easier to play a character that doesn't have a backstory yet.
Yeah.
Because you have less work to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you think, Zach?
Can't be wrong. No backstory. Can't be wrong with your choices.
Exactly. Yeah. That's such a good question. I love your backdrop.
Great question.
Thanks.
Thank you for your review. Okay, Sierra, you got a question?
Yeah, so my question is, so I imagine starting off on a show like Shield would be kind of overwhelming and daunting at first, but overall a really amazing and positive opportunity. So I was just wondering if you'd have any advice for still staying in the moment and making the most of those opportunities that can feel daunting but are overall a good thing.
Oh, what a good question.
Good question.
Yeah, I think anything in life that can be overwhelming, good or bad, I always just feel like if you just concentrate on putting one foot in front of the other and don't try and look too far ahead of you, then it allows you to be in the moment and enjoy it. And it's okay to enjoy something and be scared at the same time. It can be complicated and a lot going on, but I think if you can keep being grateful for the challenge and then just put one foot in front of the other and just worry about the moment in front of you, I think that has got me through some stressful times on Shield and off Shield. Would you say, Zach?
Yeah, 100%. I think it was also going to a lot of the conventions around the country. It was like being able to meet, like, you know, for me to see you meeting a lot of people, like that personal connection, I think is pretty amazing. And there's such an incredible community out there. So
yeah, so lucky. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your review.
Thank you.
Brienne, am I saying your name right?
You are.
Yay!
And actually, so you said it right when you read my review, and I was shocked, and I played it for my mom, and she was shocked. So yes, good job. Thank you for saying it right.
Oh my gosh, of course. Do you have a question?
I do. So I had my students help me create a list, but then you said something, and I thought, oh, I have to ask for that instead. So my question is, you mentioned that you'd really like to do Shakespeare. So if you could do Shakespeare, what play would it be? Who would you love to play? Because I love Shakespeare.
Well, you're on the spot, babe. You're on the spot.
I know.
It's okay if you say Much Ado About Nothing.
Almost as bad. The play that made me realize I wanted to be an actor was A Midsummer Night's Dream, playing Hermia. My best friend was Helena, Emily, Zach. Can you imagine Emily play? Well, anyway, you can imagine me and Emily in a play, Zach.
Yes, 100%.
How I would be like, yes, I need to do this. She was my best friend at school. She wanted somebody to go to drama club with her. I said I would go, and then we just fell in love with it. So that would be a fun thing to do. I'm probably too old to play Hermia now, which is sad, isn't it? So maybe
I could see you playing Puck, but I mean, how old's Puck?
Puck could be any age.
Any age, right? Like, I think that'd be such a fun character. I think you'd
Great
slay.
character. Yeah, and I'm so good at sweeping up. I feel like he just comes on and sweeps and then leaves again. Right?
It's just fun. You know, like,
That's the extent of our Shakespeare knowledge.
That's okay.
I think you'd be a wonderful Desdemona as well. I'll throw that out there.
Oh, I've played Desdemona before in old Othello.
Major father cry.
Oh my gosh, Zach.
Yeah. So I heard.
Yeah, out of pride, right? Not just.
No, he was so moved.
Boredom.
He's so like, and this is what she wants to do. Oh no.
Oh, thank you for your question and for your review, Brienne.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Hi,
Sarah. Hi.
Hello, Sarah.
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Good. Do you have a question?
I do. What's your favorite scene to film with Chloe?
The one where we the episode where we were on the alien puffies.
Thank you.
Oh, Hannah, somebody needs to meet. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we had so much good stuff in season 6, but I think the most memorable was probably under the pool table in episode, I can't remember, of season 6 that Jesse Bochco directed.
I thought it was by the pool over at the Roosevelt Hotel. You guys like loved that.
Oh my gosh, that was a great scene. That's the weekend we got engaged. That was a great scene, but we had no lines, so it was more just, it was midnight at the Roosevelt Hotel and we were dressed in matching outfits and we just could not get over it. But I wouldn't say we didn't do necessarily great acting in that scene.
Yeah, I love puff things. That was really funny.
Yeah, that was just such a fun episode. So many fun scenes with Clobell.
Yeah.
Thank you for you. I'm going to move on just because we have so many to get to, but thank you so much for your question, Sarah, and thank you for your review.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Who is next? Abs, what's going on?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Abs.
Hi. My question is, so one of my favorite scenes is in series 5 where Fitzsimmons, Daisy have to fight their way out the crater. I was just wondering if you had a favorite scene to shoot.
Oh my gosh, favorite scene to shoot ever.
Or just in season 5, is that what you're talking about?
Just like the entire show.
Oh, the entire
show. I mean, I love the scene I shot with Zach that got cut because that was just so fun. When you were a Simmons one night stand.
This is it, yeah.
What scene did I love? I mean, the wedding scene was really fun. The end of the show was really fun when we're all sitting around chatting. That was kind of.
Do you feel like you could enjoy it better? Because like with the pilot, there was so much pressure in that first season. That's like you're just like by the time by season 7, like you're able to like really enjoy everything that's going on. Did you feel that? So do you think it's
Yeah, I think from definitely the later seasons were I think more enjoyable. But season 6 I feel like was just fun because I mean I still don't really understand what was happening in season 6. I feel like they just went, well, we didn't expect this season. Let's just see what happens. I can't answer that. Something in probably the final scene in 7. Because that was the last scene I ever filmed too, which was fun. Thank you, Abs. Thank you for your review.
Thank you, Abs.
Hey, that's so Wix. I don't know. What's your name?
Hi, it's Sam. Hannah just had to leave for work about 5 minutes ago, so she will be very disappointed that she missed this.
Oh, poor Hannah.
But that's all right.
Hello, Hannah.
My quick question is, I've appreciated, we just found Pims at our supermarket the other day, so appreciated that recommendation. I'm looking for any non-caffeinated tea brands you can recommend. I can only drink Yorkshire Gold in the mornings.
Oh my gosh. Well, yes, Yorkshire Gold is the way forward. Twinings are very good.
Sure.
Pukka is a good one. Pukka. Tea Pigs is also very good and fancy if you want some nice like herbal teas.
Yeah.
I don't think Rooibos is non-caffeinated, but I loved it. I had that when I was in South Africa and absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay.
That's just a
Pukka and
tiny
Tea
bit.
Pigs.
Yes, tea pigs are like super fancy. They might be, $5 a tea bag, but they're really great.
Worth it. Lovely. Thanks.
Yes, worth it. Thank you. And I'm so sorry to Hannah. What a shame. Augustine, let's get more questions going. We're just rocking and rolling. We should try and get through as many as we can. What do you think, Zach?
Let's do it.
All right, I just let a good chunk in.
Thank you, Augustine. Hi. How do I say your name? AOS?
I think it's just Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. softball. Oh my gosh, sorry. Hi. Hi, thank you for being here. Do you have a question?
Hi.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Hi, AOS softball.
Hi. Do you have a question? Or you want to just hang out?
Just
hang out.
Okay.
You got it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your review. Leah, what's going on?
What's up, Leah?
Hi. Do you have a question?
I do actually. So I was wondering, I think the hairstyles for each of the characters is a little different from season to season. And I was just wondering did you have any instructions? Did they tell you not to cut it? Did you have some input on what it would look like the color and things? Or did they just say, you're getting bangs and you're going to like it?
Oh my gosh, this is such a great question. Number one, love the poster behind you.
Oh, thank you.
My hero too. Yeah, so by the time we'd get to the end of the season, we'd be desperate, the girls more than the boys usually, to cut our hair. And so we would always, the only question we would be asking at the end of the season is, do you think we're going to get another season? And also, is there a time cut? Because if there was a time cut, it means we could all change our hair. And then 1 year in season 6. So yes and no, basically. They would be very open to us changing our hair because they knew that it's kind of boring to have the same hair for 9 months out of the year. But then I decided it'd be great to get short bangs. And then in season 6, we had to do so many episodes where Simmons went forward and back in time. And Shay Sanford Fong, who does the hair, it was just awful for her because tiny bangs like that are so hard to hide that she kind of rued the day that she was like, yeah, let's give Simmons short bangs. So yeah, usually they would let us change them.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you,
Thank
Leah.
you, Leah.
Hi. Oh no, she just went. Oh no, there you are. Oh my gosh, you keep moving around on my screen. Right, how do I long you? 020.
Hi, Tong.
Hi, Tong. I'm so sorry. Hi, nice to meet
Hi.
you.
Yeah, it's nice to
What
meet
a
you.
gorgeous name.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have a
Thank
question?
you. Yeah. As actors, do you have like, and do you do anything to prepare for like those big emotional scenes, such as the Fitzsimmons ocean scene?
Yeah, great question. For me, by the time we got to the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I feel like I had been through so much as Simmons that it didn't really take me much preparation to get to that emotional place, because I was so attached to the characters that just the thought of anything bad happening to anyone would instantly make me cry. But I think at the beginning, as I was building those neuro pathways, I listened to music a lot to just kind of get in a zone. And also it helps me, I think if anybody on set sees an actor with headphones in, they know just to kind of leave them alone. And sometimes it just stops people talking to you because you're just kind of trying to just concentrate. So yeah, I use music a lot. I think a lot of people use music just to kind of get into a bit of a zone. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that really quickly preps you.
Yeah, it just allows you to kind of not hear other conversations as well that can kind of put you off. Yeah, but by the end, they were telling me that I didn't need to cry in every scene because I was just so sad about it ending. Thank you for your question and thank you for your review.
Thank you.
Bye. Hi, Ella.
Bye.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I'm great.
Good. Do you have a question?
I do. I wanted to ask you and Zach if what your favorite place was to travel to, because I know you guys travel a lot. Like, what place was your favorite?
Oh my gosh, Zach, what was our favorite? Tokyo?
I think that was one of it was just the surprise element of it, and that you didn't know that it was coming. I took her on for your 30th birthday. We went to Tokyo, and it was a complete surprise. The engagement was a really fun, like, surprise as well. But I think Tokyo was you just had no idea it was coming. That was
yeah, awesome. And Tokyo's amazing.
And Tokyo's amazing.
And just super far away and just like a different world.
And we got into, if you've seen the documentary Gyro Dreams of Sushi, and we were able to get into his restaurants, and like it was just a lot of things like fell into place. And then your sisters were there when we got back. Like that was a really fun
yeah, it
trip.
was a cool trip.
I'd highly recommend Tokyo.
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you guys go for your engagement?
We haven't really said that story, I guess, but we got engaged in New York. But
Yeah,
it was like at the end of a big
whirlwind trip.
Yeah, big whirlwind trip.
Weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yes. Do you have a favorite place you visited or somewhere you want to visit when we can?
Well, I kind of want to go to Utah. It sounds funny, but I was born there and we moved when I was like 3. So now I'm in Minnesota. But I want to go back and just see it because I think it'll be fun.
Absolutely, it's beautiful.
Utah's beautiful.
We just drove through Utah on our road trip. Well, last summer. But
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for your question. Thank
thank
you
you,
for your
Ella.
review, Ella.
Yeah, of course.
See you later.
Bye.
Augustine, let's get some more in. I feel like we're quite good at this rapid fire, Zach.
I know. Let's fire them off.
Got it.
Thank you. I feel bad that people are
Thank you,
waiting in the waiting room.
Yeah, of course.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. Do you have a question?
Yeah. So this is for you and Zach. If you could rewatch any season or episode as a fan, which one would you pick? Like rewatch for the first time?
I think season 5. Do I think that?
I don't know. Season 7
No,
is
season
my
4.
7's my favorite.
7 and 4 are really good ones.
Yeah,
Probably
4's
my
the
favorite
framework,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4. That was a really good season.
was a really good
And
season.
there's 22 episodes.
I just liked how different all the episodes, like the fact that you're in different time periods throughout 7 is
awesome.
just, I thought that was so cool.
And we knew it was the last one. Everyone knew it was the final season. It makes it.
And you directed, you know.
I directed, yeah.
One of my favorite episodes from that season.
Oh, thank you. You kind of have to say that. I'm right here, but thank you.
Well, I mean, it had so many great moments. Susa and
you.
Daisy.
Thank you. I know. I loved that too. I was so excited about having that in there. Thank you so much for your question and for your review. Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you. You got a question?
Yeah, I was wondering, like 2013, like, did you think your Gemma's ending was going to be what you thought it was, like in 2013?
Definitely not. I thought we'd always be the comic relief, just kind of popping in and out and doing a little thing here, but nothing kind of a storyline, nothing major.
That was a great farewell. I mean, my goodness.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
It was crazy. So much fun. But no, I had no idea. And I don't think maybe Mo and Jed did, our co-showrunners, but also I don't think anyone expected it to go that long. You know, I think we were just kind of all so grateful and surprised. Thank you for your question, Jess.
Thank you, Jess.
Hi, Laura. You're next in my grid.
What's up, Laura?
How are you?
Hi. Yeah, I was wondering if you if there was anything like that you learned while you were directing that you hadn't learned while like going through the previous seasons.
Oh my
in
God,
terms of like
so much. Yeah. I feel like Zach probably learned a lot about me as well with the just seeing me at the end of each day, kind of slightly more bedraggled. I hadn't really got to see that much prep for the episode because we're filming. So I'd shadowed Clark when he prepped the episode he did that was at the start of the season. Was that in season 5 or maybe 6? So I'd shadowed some prep, but not a ton. And so that was very surprising to me there's just so much to prep and just not enough time. And whenever I saw directors prepping, it just looked like all they did was like kind of flance around and then go for lunch and then flance around a bit more and go home. And actually there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I think that, and I don't know, I think I was surprised by the workload and the pressure and the amount of control that you have, that I just sort of thought that they were saying that you could, you know, make decisions, but really they were going to make them. But actually they just gave me completely free reign. Like I could have definitely turned in a very bad episode. Yeah. That I thought I would have like safety nets that, you know, people were supporting me obviously, but they just let me go. And I was surprised at that. Very grateful for it. In the moment, I was a bit like, oh my gosh, here I go.
I mean, there was weeks of you prepping for that. It was a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, you get 2 weeks prep, 2 weeks filming, 1 week post. But it just feels like it's all 2 minutes. That's all you get for prep. 2 minutes is filming and 1 minute is post. It just, time is so relative when you're on the other side of the camera. It's nuts.
Well, you did a great job. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
Hi, MXE.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, you?
Good, thank you. Do you have a question?
I do. It's for both of you, actually.
Oh,
cool. What was
cool.
your inspiration to start your acting career? Like, what made you want to be an actor?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yours.
I think I was obsessed with movies growing up. And then I think that I've always kind of wanted to entertain people or like make people smile or laugh or inspire them in some degree. And I thought that the easiest conduit.
Jim Carrey too, didn't you?
I love Jim Carrey. I love like slapstick stuff like that. I think it's hilarious. And so I think I saw acting as a conduit to that. and I think I denied it for a long time, and finally went through university or college and was going to become a doctor, and then was going to become an investment banker, and I thought, no, I got to become an actor, Mom, Dad. This is my path. Yeah, exactly.
Thank goodness you did. I think for me, it was just joining the drama club with my friend. I just loved it. I just felt like I clicked into something that it brought me so much joy. I don't know that I ever thought I was going to do it until I went to university to do drama and theatre arts, thinking I could do something else within the arts, and then went to drama school, and then it was kind of, I'm going to give this a go. But I think just joining the drama club at school, so in like year 7 I joined, and just kind of just found my people.
That's what I'm in drama school at the moment as well.
Amazing. Oh, awesome. We'll have a great time.
Yes, have a great time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question and your review.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good,
Yeah,
thank
doing well.
you. Do you have a question?
I actually don't have a question, so I thought I would just come on and say hi and thanks so much for doing these lives, because I really enjoyed watching them and listening to all the behind the scenes stories from all of you guests.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to, you want to do a Family Feud Shield question?
Yeah, let's do some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name the Shield agent who would make the best first responder.
I feel like maybe Gemma, because of her medical background.
Yes, me
Yeah.
too. What would you say, Zach?
Yeah, Gemma.
Okay. Yes, Gemma wins with 25 points. Then it went Mac. He would be good too, I think. Then it went May, then Bobby, Yo-Yo, Daisy, Coulson.
Coulson's last. That's so funny.
Yeah, but a medical responder.
Yeah, I suppose.
What else is he going to, Simmons for sure. She's going to know what
Simmons,
to do. The amount of times I had to be like, get epinephrine and defibrillate this person. That was my whole job for the first 2 seasons.
It's true.
Thank you for your question, Jessica.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, actually, no question, but thanks for being game to play.
Thanks for
Family
playing.
Feud. Yes, and
Thanks
you
for having me.
For answering our question.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Emma Holt. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm seeing a celebrity. I see so many comments from you.
Oh my gosh, hi Lil. This is amazing. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And hi Zach.
Hi.
I have a question. The question isn't a spoiler, but your answer will be, if you could change one thing about the ending, or like add something to the ending of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., what would you do?
What would I do? I'd bring back Agent Tad, probably.
Yeah, it's like when they go to that thing with Fitz and Simmons, I'm just there.
Hey. I don't know, maybe Fitz could have got a real monkey, although he does kind of refer to his little monkey being Alia. I would have loved to I would have loved to kind of be on the ship with Daisy. I feel like Simmons would just want to be there instead. Maybe that's just Elizabeth would.
I'd love to know more what Deke goes off and does. I think that would be.
Yeah, you see, there's so many options for spin-offs from that one finale.
Yeah.
It would be with Deke in the 80s.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question, Amrit.
Yes,
thank you for your support of Live with Lil. You're so amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you later. Jody, what's going on?
Hi.
Hi, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do actually. I was wondering, did you take anything from directing into acting? Like, was there something that you're like more aware of having like experience as a director that you like wasn't aware of before, or like wasn't paying any attention to?
Yes, time. How much time actors waste by just messing around. I think just how much prep goes in to a scene that as an actor, I feel like I did this anyway, but I'm sure there were definitely times when I just kind of arrived at a scene without necessarily thinking it through too much. And as the director, you have just thought about this and lost sleep over it, and you arrive and you come with a plan. And, there's just, I always had a respect for directors, but I don't think I quite realized how hard that job is. And I'm sure it gets easier the more you do it. But I think just the amount of prep work that goes into all the scenes from all the departments. As an actor, you kind of step in as the last piece to the puzzle when you're on set, and you just don't get to see that side of things as an actor. That was invaluable, and also made me feel like I was very early for all my scenes after my episode. Thank you for your question.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Raptor Lindsay, what is up?
What's up?
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thank you. What's your question?
I have a question, but first I wanted to show you. So I took one of Celia's graphics and embroidered it.
Wow, how cool is that?
So I have that for you. I can send you a picture if you want, but I just, in my spare time,
That's so cool.
But I love all of Celia's work. So Celia, if you're listening, she's amazing. So I have a season 7 question. So I can word it without spoilers. I can word it with spoilers. I guess we're kind of past spoilers at this point.
I think we're past the spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, when you spoke with Brett about when he learned about his Hydra turn a couple weeks before the rest of y'all, I was wondering, when you found out about Alia, was it did you get any kind of heads up like, hey, you're going to be a mom? Or was it like you're at the table read and then that bomb gets dropped on you?
I don't know. Okay, so I found out before, because in episode 709, when Simmons is remembering something, they said to me, Jed said, so as a director, you get toned differently to an actor. So they tell the directors more than they tell the actors often.
Nice.
So I was directing that episode. So as Elizabeth, he was like, we can't really tell you why, but you're remembering something and it's distressing. And the script says that you cry in this moment. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I think this was right, that later on in the prep, he said, I'm going to just have to tell you, but you can't tell anybody. So, and I think I didn't. I think I did keep it a secret. If I'm remembering this right, I don't think he told me. No, you didn't want to know anything.
No, I didn't.
Zach never lets me spoil anything to him. I know. So I think I knew a bit before, but Ian didn't find out until later when he came back. And I think they'd said to him, come back. It's going to be good.
Nice.
This is going to happen. You're going to want to come back for this.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yes. Nice to see you, Lindsay.
It's good
nice to see you
too.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. Because you're kind of different from Gemma, so were there ever times where you disagreed with her choices, and like how did you get over that to like put yourself in her shoes, or like what would you have done differently?
Oh my gosh, all the time. Yeah. When she had a thing against Inhumans for a while and she was kind of up for just destroying them or being a bit more harsh, that was kind of, I don't know, but those things are fun too, because the nice thing about being in an ensemble is you get to show people's different sides of an issue, and then you get to see them be educated in it, and then you get to sort of play that realization and kind of realizing that they were wrong and that this is kind of a better way of doing it and here's why. And we get to see that journey in characters that maybe movies you don't get that long. So that, I think, her not being in love with Fitz straight away, that was sad. What else? Did we lose you? Oh, Lauren, we
awesome.
might have lost you. I hope that you heard that answer. Oh, we lost everyone.
We lost everyone?
I can't see anyone else.
Is it just us now?
Yay! Hi, Movie Fan 64.
Hello, movie fan.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have a question?
I actually did. So, 1 second, please. My sister's like trying to get in, and she has some questions. 1 second.
Okay. Hi, Lauren.
Yeah, sorry.
That happens to me all the time. Did your internet dip out?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But it's back.
Okay, great. Did you hear my answer?
I heard half of it.
Okay, what did I say after that? I feel like I disagreed with her not loving Fitz at the start. And I think that was it. Right, Zach? Were you concentrating, Zach?
I was in the chat, but that was pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll listen back. Thank you for answering.
Thank you. Hey, movie fan. Okay, hit us with your question.
So I forgot where I saw this or read this or heard this, but it was that Simmons was supposed to be like the secret spy agent in season 1 instead of Ward. I don't know where, but if that was the case, how would you feel and what would you do? Would you do it same like Brett Dalton or like something else?
If that was the case, I think I would just embrace it, but I'd be sad that Simmons would be bad. But I would just kind of have to go full force with it. Maybe dye half of my hair blonde, half of it red, just like really go for it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Augustine, how many more people do we have in the waiting room?
Yeah, I sent you a message over the chat. You want some more for right now?
Yeah, let's do 13 more minutes. Zach, you go pee.
I just texted Lil. I was like, I really have to pee. I've drank too much
how many
water.
we can get through in 13 minutes, and we'll get everybody else into the waiting room when we hit 11 p.m. my time. So what is that, like 3 p.m. PST?
Yeah.
Let's see how many we can do. Zach, why would you drink more water when you need the toilet?
Because I'm parched.
Okay, right. Ziegler.
Wow, we have a car. Hello, is it Layla?
Ziegler, Layla? Okay, how about Beth? Hi, Beth.
Where's Beth?
Hi.
Hi, do you have a question?
Hello, Beth.
Hi, yeah. With all like the guests that you've had on, if you could go back and do an episode in their job from what you've learned from doing this, which job would you go for?
Oh my gosh, that is such a good question. If I could draw, I would love to do Warren's storyboarding job. I feel like stunts maybe would be a great job.
Yeah.
I feel like they just have so much fun. Jeff Loeb, imagine being the star of Marvel television. Anne Foley with costume, being able to kind of draw all the different superhero outfits and just make them out of nothing. I don't know. I feel like this is why I love doing this, is because every job I'm like, oh, well, actually every single person that's ever been on. But yeah, I mean, the only job that I have been more interested in is directing and then a bit of writing. But I would love to try all the different jobs for a day.
Each episode a different job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your review. Jocelyn?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. So, obviously the costumes of the characters tell a lot about them. Did you ever get a say in what your costumes were for Simmons, or did they just give you an outfit and tell you to wear it?
We gotta say, I was really close with Anne Foley, who was the costume designer for most of the show, and we would have so much fun in our costume fittings. And she would come, obviously, with such a great idea, and then we would kind of work together to find the one that we both felt would be right. But I'm usually fairly easy in costume fittings because I feel like the costume designer, that's their craft and that's their expertise. So I'll usually bow to what their vision is, because they kind of, that's their department. But great costume designers will always make sure you're comfortable and always ask your opinion, because obviously I just have one character to think about, whereas they have lots and lots of characters. So kind of a bit of both, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I love your t-shirt.
Thank you.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering how directing and like working behind the scenes was like different and kind of a change for you compared to how you usually work like in front of the camera in our acting.
Great question. It was similar in lots of ways because it was the same show and the same characters and the same job the same job I'd been doing for a while. But it just came with a lot more responsibility and a lot of, you just have to know so many things at once and really work off instinct. And I think whenever you do anything for the first time, it can feel pretty overwhelming. So it felt pretty overwhelming, but I loved it. But it was definitely very challenging. But so was acting at the start. So, I think it's just what you get used to in a way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, let's see. Ziegler Layla, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yay! Hi.
Hello.
Do you have a question? Oh, I can't hear you.
I was wondering, what was your favorite scene to film with Andy Castiker?
Oh, great question. And well done for knowing his full name and pronouncing it correctly. That's not an easy name to say.
It's not an easy name to say.
My favorite scene. Oh, it was probably in season 6 when it was Fitzsimmons in the pod that then was filling with water, and we were screaming at each other, and then we were screaming at each other without the water, and then the water started, and then did we lose her? Maybe you can still hear me. That scene anyway, it's episode 6. I think it might have been even episode 606, and it was kind of Fitzsimmons going forward and back in time, and the filming of that scene in the pod when water started gushing in was just so fun. And I definitely got sick after doing that, because I don't know, I mean, we're just in water all day, I guess, but that was such a fun scene. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Layla.
Paige.
Hey,
hi, how are you?
Hello, Paige.
Great, amazing. I can't believe I got it. I literally was like working up until like 15 minutes ago, and I was so sad that I was gonna miss it. I'm literally
perfect timing.
Yeah. You are.
Do you have a question?
Yes. Sorry. So I want to be an actress. So I was just wondering, what kind of character work you kind of did when you first got cast as Simmons to like build her background and stuff. Like, was there any like childhood memories you drew from yourself or things that you made up for her that kind of impacted how you reacted to things in the show that we maybe never saw?
Yeah. So probably I did the because we didn't really know what was coming, and the writers didn't necessarily know exactly what storylines were going to be fleshed out where, in a way, and also the scripts were very secretive. I'd kind of make up a bit of a backstory, but then in the next episode you'd find out that you had you know, your dad had passed away, or you know, you'd find out some kind of revelation that then you had to rebuild your character, or like Ward found out that he was evil when he didn't know he was. So it was kind of the first time as an actor that I just truly was in the moment, more of there's this scene and I need to just kind of help move the story along rather than necessarily know exactly what my character was and what she'd done. So it was good for me to be in the moment. I found it very challenging not knowing what the end note for my journey was, but it allows you to be a bit more spontaneous, I guess. So I think my answer is I didn't do much on backstory.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paige. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your
Paige.
review too and your support. Bye. Oh my gosh, Vicky Carter. I feel
Vicky
like
Carter!
I see you everywhere.
Vicky Carter.
Hey.
This is so confusing. Like, how do you do like the 3 different YouTube and Zoom? Because I have it on my TV and I got so confused.
I know. I feel you. That's why every week I just
Every week.
Yeah.
This is it. Now you know.
I totally understand now.
Yeah.
Do you have a question, Vicky?
I have like 7,000 questions, so I'm trying to pick one. You know, like when you're watching back, now you're a director, like officially. When you're watching back, do you have like your director head on and you're thinking about it? Because you read this out on the last podcast, but I'm writing about Shield. So when I watch it, I have to watch each episode like 5 times because I'm so used to the theory behind film and TV. So when you're watching it back, how do you watch it as an actor, as a director, as a fan?
Yeah, that's such a good question. I feel like anybody that works in film and TV can never relax and watch a TV program ever again because you're constantly thinking. I do a lot of the
watching anything.
Yeah, no, exactly, because you pause it and then you rewind it a bit and I go, how did they shoot that? Yeah, I feel like now I'm more watching it from a directing point of view to figure out how they did it, and then an acting point of view. I feel like we both do this, Zach. If there's ever a surfing scene or anything that as an actor you just know, wow, that would have been a hard cold day that actor had to do. She must be freezing right now in that swimming pool.
Or you're like, wow, that was like really good ADR. Like that was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Has there been any scene or anything that you've watched and thought I would have directed that differently?
In Shield?
Yeah, like now you're watching it back.
Oh, I couldn't possibly say. Maybe, yeah.
I won't say which scene, but yes.
I mean, that's the cool thing, is that there's like an infinite amount of ways that you can direct something or act something, or, you know, it's cool to kind of think how you might do it. But it's very different when you're the one actually doing it. It doesn't seem so easy then.
No, definitely not.
Thank you so much, Vicky. Thank you for your support.
No, thank you, Phil.
Yeah, thank you, Vicky.
Thank you, Zach.
Hey, Walt.
Hello.
Hello. I love your sweater.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I bought this after the finale.
So awesome.
Hi. Thank you so much for doing this. This is
Oh my gosh,
so amazing.
of course. Do you have a question?
I do. It's not really Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. related. But earlier in quarantine, I was so obsessed with Safe Six, the web series that you both did.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You're both absolutely hilarious in that. I loved it so much. So I guess I was just wondering how that was to do, and if we could ever see other collaborations between you and friends and S.H.I.E.L.D. pals.
That was so fun, wasn't it? That was thank you for saying that. God, that feels like so long ago. Yeah, that was our friend Simon, who played Bakshi on S.H.I.E.L.D. season 2. Just kind of came up with this idea, and that was kind of our little group of friends that then we just
we were having
filmed
weekly Zooms at the time. And then he was like, well, what if I scripted some Zooms and like made kind of crazy character like caricatures, I guess, of ourselves to a
Yeah,
certain
just
degree.
you
Like,
basically just scripted our Zoom calls, but
yeah, just like heightened
in
us
a
all.
cool way. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun thing.
Yeah, it was good. It was at the time of quarantine where everybody just felt so creative and was up for doing stuff. And I don't know if he plans to do anything else with that, Zach. I mean, that was fun.
I don't know either. Yeah, he's working on something else now, but
yeah,
I
maybe
would. I mean, I think that we
maybe-
would do something like that again. That was part of your question. I think it was a lot of fun for us all to do it. So
Yeah. Maybe he'll put us in one of his new projects that he might have going on.
yeah,
He's very
Simon, if
talented
you're
writer.
listening.
Yeah. Call us, Simon. Remember when we Zoomed? Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Thank
and
you
for
so much.
your review. Thank you, Walt.
Sorry to cut in. We have 6 in the waiting room left. If you can do like really rapid fire, I think you could
Yeah,
get them
let's
all
do
done.
it.
No,
Let's
we're
do
cutting it
it.
off.
Amazing.
Sorry,
No.
we're cutting it off.
Molly, hi. I feel like I see all you. I love recognizing these names coming
Where's
up.
Molly? Oh my gosh, hello, Molly.
Hi.
Molly's been on the live with us too.
What's your question, Molly?
I was just wondering, I would love to become an actor. Is there anything that you wish you knew before you started like professional acting? Like something that you wish you knew like that could help you?
I would say, well, I mean, I think make sure it's not just a hobby. And I think you do that by just, trying it and realizing if it's worth it or not. I would get IMDb Pro as a subscription, and you can start to understand agencies and what actors you like are repped by what agencies, and kind of get a feel of the business that way. I join every theatre group you can. I was in the National Youth Theatre. I think every city would have its theatre company, or at least kind of local dramatic arts, depending on what you want to get into, and just start to build a community around yourself. I think the support is really important, and you can help each other out and be in each other's projects. And
Have you been on a set, Molly?
No, but every time I seem to go to England to visit my auntie, I always seem to stumble upon a set, which is so weird. Because I stumbled upon the Cruella set in London, and then Netflix,
cool.
The Witcher, like completely random, like just going on a walk with my family, and I just seem to find them. But
Good
I've never I've never just like properly been on like invited on a set, but I have snooped around sets.
Yes, so fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wish I could bring everybody on a set. It's the best place to be.
Yeah, it's a great energy.
I hope that helped a bit, Molly. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Molly.
Thank you. Dia, am I saying your
Yeah, that
name
was right.
correctly? Was it? Ah, yes.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see your name pop up too. I feel like I see comments from you all the time. So thank you. Do you have a question?
Yeah. So we know Gemma is in Ravenclaw. What Hogwarts houses would you both be in?
I'd be Hufflepuff. Zach, you would
Same.
be I don't want to say Slytherin, but you are pretty smart.
What is that?
That's the bad
I'm
one, right?
terrible. I
Slytherin?
don't know any of the houses.
Hufflepuffs like to snack and nap.
Done. Where do I sign up for that?
Yeah, okay. You can be Hufflepuff. What are you?
Hufflepuff.
Yes. Oh my gosh, 3 Hufflepuffs. Look at that. No wonder we all get along. Thank you for your question.
Thank
That was
you.
such a fun one. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm good.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, do you think there's a chance that Gemma would ever appear anywhere else in the MCU, like outside of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I mean, maybe. There's a lot of Marvel things going at the moment. Never say never. I would love to.
Also,
I hope so.
I drew Gemma the other day. Can I show you?
Please, please. Oh my gosh!
Oh,
wow,
that's amazing.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's gorgeous. How long did that take you?
Not too long. That one was about an hour.
Oh my gosh!
Wow,
Wow,
that's amazing.
imagine. We need to get our drawing, painting skills up, Zach. Can you
It's
draw,
not.
Zach?
It's not happening for me. No.
No, I was gonna say.
A bath.
8
That's the only
years.
thing I can draw.
Hey. Right. Yush.
It's Yusk. It's my last name is shortened.
Yusk. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do you have a question?
I do. It's for both of you if you want to both answer.
Yes.
I had to write it down. If you could attend any of the Shield academies when that was still going on, which one do you think you would have been, like as yourselves? Which one would you have attended?
Oh gosh, what were they? It was like the
Yeah,
arts and
what are
the
they?
sciences ones, right?
I actually wrote it down.
Oh my gosh, thank goodness.
Communications, which was Colson's, operations, which was May went there, and then SciTech.
I feel like I'd be SciTech.
Operations I'd want to go to. Yeah.
Amazing. I love it that we just assumed that we'd get in and be great.
Yeah, done.
Why not? That's the attitude you need.
Absolutely. What about you? Which one would you be in?
I base mine off of Colson's because I'm a history grad student, and I know that's what he went.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
communications, because I think I'd drop out of both of the others.
Well, between us, we've got the whole thing covered.
We got the whole thing covered, yeah.
So that's perfect. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
That was a fun one, and for your review. Oh my gosh, Hannah's back. That was a quick work shift, Hannah.
Well, I had already been at work and then I left.
You.
Then I went back.
Oh my God. I'm so glad that you made it on. Hi. Do you have a question, or did I just jump on you too quickly? I saw you come on and I was like,
no, he covered it for me, but
okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, thank you for being here. He did a great job. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
he did a great job.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well
Thanks.
done. Yeah. We missed you, obviously. We knew we weren't getting the best that it could be, but it was okay.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Right, who we got? Alex. What you got?
Hey, thank you so much. This is so exciting. I have just absolutely loved rewatching Shield with you guys. It has been so much fun. I was such a commentary nerd growing up, so I always wanted to watch the movie and commentary versions. So getting that with the show has been just a blast.
Oh, good.
But I actually have a non-Shield question. I guess it's kind of related. In season 1, when you were going through your lie detector test and you had the question about what would be in the box, you said the TARDIS. And I'm wondering if that was Gemma's answer or if that was your answer, and if you're actually a Whovian in real life.
That was Gemma's answer. A lot of our writers are Whovians. I do enjoy Doctor Who. I would say Simmons would probably be a more avid watcher than I am. Being back in England, it's quite fun. Kind of soaking up that atmosphere. And then a lot of the cons that we go to, we see loads of Doctor Who people. We know Matt Smith and Karen Gillan, so we are Whovians, I would say. Wouldn't you say, Zach?
Yeah, for sure. Well, we saw Karen all the time at cons. So yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
they're all good people. Like everybody you meet that's in Doctor Who. I just met another person in it. I don't know if I can say, but they were also super nice. Like,
gosh, that's right.
Everybody that is in those casts are so nice.
They are so nice.
Just know that. Yeah.
They are so nice. I was thinking of
Did you ever
Alex.
get to meet? Did you ever meet David Tennant? Perhaps he's my favorite. He's my doctor.
He's been at
passing.
cons and passing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way he'd remember. Well, maybe he would. I don't know. But he was very nice and very
We've listened to his
humble
podcast quite a bit too, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
It's really
So
fun.
that makes you feel like you know them, doesn't
Yeah, I'm like, of course we know him. Wait a minute. No, I just listened to his
Do
podcast.
we? Or was that just 6 hours driving? Yeah.
Yeah,
We did meet him and he was nice.
If I can ask just one more question, because I've been a huge follower of Zach because of TikTok, of course.
Oh my
Mickey
gosh,
Miles.
are you kidding me?
It was
Bring it
kind of
on.
like worlds colliding when I was like, oh my God, you guys are a couple. And I'm like, I know you from here and you from here. And it was just really cool.
That's awesome.
But I was wondering if there's somewhere, because I know you've been to a lot of places, but if there's somewhere you haven't visited that you want to go to, hopefully once, the world is open again, where would you want to go?
There's a lot of places, but I really want to go to Antarctica. I want to go on one of the ice breaking sort of like cruise excursions off the coast of like Chile and Argentina. That's high on my list. Russia is high on my list. Like the Balkan area is up there.
Cold places.
Cold places. I want to do a different safari. I want to go back to Africa. So those are a few.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your answers.
Thank you for your review and your questions.
Yeah, thank you, Alex.
And for waiting. Boy, it took us a while to get to everybody, but thank you. Rihanna, how are you?
I think it's now March in England.
Yes, it is the summertime now. Oh my gosh, look at your dog.
Oh, she's really needy. Every time I sit down, it's got to be on my lap. So.
Of course, yeah. We know a couple dogs like that. Do you have a question?
I do. Megan totally stole my question earlier.
Oh gosh, what's she like?
Sorry.
Good, Megan's still here.
Oh my gosh, comedic timing.
But my other question was, when you started directing in the last season, did you find, or did you have any kind of like worries that you weren't going to be taken like seriously, or did you worry that they weren't going to be respected quite as much as the other directors? Obviously coming from acting to then taking the other side of the camera, it's such a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, I worried about everything. As a person, I worry. So yes to all of the above. I think it's interesting because when I was doing it, I felt very uncomfortable most of the time, and not in necessarily a bad way, but just I was in new territory, and so I enjoyed it, but there was definitely always a feeling of feeling very uncomfortable, and I felt like everybody must be able to tell. And then speaking afterwards to people, they had no idea. They felt like I knew what I was doing the whole time, and I'm sure part of that was them being nice, but the other part is I did, outwardly you can portray something that's very different to what's going on in the inside. So yeah, most of the time I'm worrying about something, but you hope that you just project something good. And I think the more you talk to people, the more people are just faking it till they make it. I feel like that's kind of been a theme on here of different times of me not realizing that people feel insecure, and then they, they'll say, oh my gosh, I was so petrified, or, your inner dialogue is often not quite what you're trying to portray, but those voices are useful too. It's just, you got to know when to press pause and just kind of get on with it. Would you say so, Zach?
About just in general?
Yeah, that a lot of people are kind of might not be.
Yeah, I think that's ordinarily, I think you underestimate the doubt a lot of people face internally, and oftentimes you're kind of like your own worst enemy in that regards. I don't mean like anyone in particular, but that's just people in general. I think that like you have to overcome your own personal narrative that's telling you like that you can't do something, and just believe in yourself and just go for it and know that you can do it. But you were so unbelievably well prepared for that episode as a director. I think that like you made sure that there was no chance that was ever going to be an issue, that you would show up and not have an answer to basically everything that would be brought up. So
yeah, fake it till you'll make it too, because yeah. I'm trying to like string a sentence together now, but yes, I was definitely nervous, but I think a lot of people are, and you just don't really realize.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Oh, go on.
We need a Zachary Abel in this country doing travel stuff for England, UK.
I agree.
It's so different. Someone needs to do travel hacks around here. Like, it's not the same.
Yes,
well,
I'll
do some more UK travel hacks. I get requests, so I need to mine it a little bit.
You can join forces.
What's that?
Join forces with Elizabeth. You're in the UK.
Yes.
I know.
There's no excuse.
Yeah, come on.
When the pandemic lifts, I mean, I will be spending, I think, more time there, so I will be able to do a lot more.
I love it. You've got your marching orders. Thank you.
Ready.
Right, Cora, do you have a question?
Hi, yeah, I do. My question is, if Ada had put you two as Lil and Zach, or maybe as Simmons and Tad into the framework, what regret do you think she would erase from your lives?
Oh, Wow.
Maybe me never calling you back, Zach, as Agent Tad.
Yeah. And me not just continuing to call you.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? We would have
Yeah,
had a great framework.
My big regret would have been introducing my buddy Fitz to Simmons. Never should have done that.
Never.
It's ruined my
Terrible
own shot,
idea.
you know.
Yeah.
But you guys were true loves, so I think that was
What a fun question. Thank you, Cora.
a great question. Yeah.
And thank you for your review.
Oh yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. There was another person in here that just bleeped out. But I think that's everybody. Right, Augustine?
Yeah, that's everyone.
Oh my gosh. Are there people still in the waiting room that we could?
Nope, that's everyone.
Oh my gosh, that's everyone. Well, you guys, thank you. So we wouldn't. No, I guess for the first time ever, we'll just end on you and me, Zach.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone can turn their video on and wave if you wanted that.
Turn on and wave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody come and turn your video on. Thank you for being here. This was such a fun episode. We'll be back on the 28th of March for the podcast. For the YouTube version. And then the following Tuesday, we'll be back. Season 2 coming up for Live with Lil. Thank you guys for being here.
I started my wave too early and I couldn't stop.
Yeah, you gotta just keep going.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura. Thanks for hanging on in there. This was a
Thank you so
lot
much.
of fun.
Happy New Year, everyone. It's 2022. Happy New Year.